finally breaks, we'll go back to Wessex and claim the land the King Egbert promised us. You know that was always my dream. I feel my blood warming. I want to fight. I want to raid. Why do you want to fight? What are you fighting for? That's it. What do you see? Power. The power of a king. Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best. I never asked for power. Power is only given to those who are prepared to love themselves, to pick it up.
Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up.
So what does that mean? Like,
why are we entering with that clip? Background on the story that those who don't watch, that haven't seen the series, The Viking Story. It's about a man called Ragnar Lothbrok who had the vision of freeing his people from this constant killing each other and finding a way for them to go relocate themselves and live in England, in the more fertile lands. As you can see, that's winter in Kattegat. There's like nothing there. There's very brutal weather, very brutal, conditions. So he had a dream of, getting his people to go and settle in England. Now he's asking his son, well, why are you fighting? Why do you want to fight? And the son says, I want kingly power. And then he says, the requirement for kingly power is you have to be prepared to lower yourself to actually pick it up. And the reason why this applies to this, I ended up, I met the UBUNAZARETHA movement through this particular faction. Hard called on the people, Aba Landela SHEMBE WOYMOYA. So for the first time, this group of UBUNAZARETHA didn't have a holy or leader or a king in front of them. They found themselves in a bit of a predicament. And I find myself slap bam in the middle of this. Like, God damn, saying like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
So what was fucking crazy about it was the fact that now, as a nigga, I'm a motherfucker all day. I'd be like, motherfucker this, motherfucker that. And even when I met Isaiah SHEMBE, bro, you know how fucking crazy I felt like, God damn, motherfucker, are you for real, God? You know what I mean? And now you have to kind of contain yourself, and I can't really be myself in my element. I can't really be in my element because you realize the environment you're in. So I had spent, like, I'd say more than 2 years. I had to literally play the role of a dead dog.
What do you mean? Dead dog?
As in, a dead dog would be, I can't express myself the way I would want to express myself.
So you felt contained.
Yeah, so it's like literally you have no tongue. And sometimes you can't even wag your tail and be like, nigga, I'm upset about something, you know what I mean? And all in the efforts of learning what the UBUNAZARETHA movement is. And I want to just break it down for the guys, what we learned. I am a witness of the foundation of the movement. And this is what happened in the foundation.
No cap.
No cap, motherfucker. No cap, dog. So, what happened was Isaiah SHEMBE, right, is the witness, right? And he was called by a spirit, me, right, that claimed to be God. Right, the God that's gonna re-establish the Zulu kingdom.
Okay, that's a shaky one. Okay.
That's crazy.
So
So now what the deal is here is that I say here's the UBUNAZARETHA movement. So this is a set of customs and spoken traditions. Right. So this is how Bantu people communicate. We don't write things down. We live enganegwane and we perform rituals. 1 + 1 equals message. Right. And this message is very clear. This message is a detailed instruction, right? To say, please remind me when I show up. Right. So this is what happened. This was. Please remind me when I show up to re-establish Umbuso weZulu. So this was the message. Umbuso weZulu. Anybody that's not Zulu speaking, that means the kingdom of heaven on earth. Build the house. Build the house. All right. Now fast forward into the future. Right?
yeah.
Fast forward into the future. So this one here is the Makoti. Right. Right. This is like the Mnyeni. So fast forward into the future. I'm here in the flesh. Now I'm the witness of what happened in the beginning with the WOYMOYA movement. And who's helping me as like a Makoti? The one helping me is now the spirit of Isaiah SHEMBE. Right. All right. Now, before I meet the WOYMOYA movement, this nigga's like, yo, nigga. Right.
Yes, sir.
So now we have what we call this message now. But the problem with the WOYMOYA movement, it has been compromised. And this is what these people that I met, the ministers, the Shumayelis, the Kokelis, they understand that this thing has been compromised now. Some people are starting to change the customs and change the spoken traditions.
So hence the faction.
Hence the splits, hence the split ups. So the objective now my objective is to restore, right? So what I've done now is I've read the message, right? And now I'm building the house. Right. So now we have two things here. The house, which is the ZSC, the Zulu Social Experiment, right? And now the message. Now we don't throw away the message because I got the message. It's very important that we restore the message. So we're going to do an exercise where we restore the message to what it originally was. Right. So how would I'm a newcomer, how would I know? Like I said, I'm the witness. I get the message. So if the custom plus tradition does not add up to what it's meant to be, I know that there's a problem there. You know, it needs to be rectified. So this is what's happening now. So what's dope now is that this message now is becoming the title deed. Title deed. When you have a house, you build a house, who's the owner of the house? How do you pull out a title deed? So this UBUNAZARETHA movement now with the customs and the spoken traditions that have been restored will become the title deed of this house. This is proof that this house belongs to Inkosi Yasephakame. This is the promised king that the witness promised the congregation to say. One day, somebody is going to come and restore and build this house. So this is what this is about. So me speaking to the guys, Abofundisi and the Shumayelis that have spent time with me. I spent the past couple of years going, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not trying to blow my cover. And I know if I had mentioned this off the bat, and I say to them, listen, my motherfuckers, I'm your God, right? And with the Nazareth movement, and let's be honest, anybody that's watching this from outside, everybody has a speculation about who God is. Everyone has their own. We all have this, everybody. But I'm speaking in the context of the people that believed Isaiah Shembe and believed in what, because Isaiah Shembe is called a prophet. A prophet is somebody who anticipates what's going to come.
Yes.
So not like today's prophets who will tell you, oh, your underwears are green, you have 20 rand in your wallet, or you slept with some motherfucker last week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
Like, you know, this is a prophet who is saying, look, guys, check, peep game, somebody is coming. Right. So if they know, and they, according to what they are saying, customs and spoken traditions, according to what they are saying, I am their God. So this is heavy.
Packed.
That's heavy, right?
That is really
Heavy.
So no cap.
No cap.
You are the
Isaiah Shembe is God. So anybody that meets me is a trip. You might not believe Isaiah Shembe is God, is the true God. It's okay. You're allowed. But the fact is, I am Isaiah Shembe's God. So now, given the context of this particular faction, I know they want to place somebody as a holy or as a leader. Remember I mentioned to you that somebody who's presented as a person in a dress, right? That's presented as the image of the coming Makoti, right? They want to present somebody as a leader. But according to their last leader, he told them, Funanu Shembe WOYMOYA. Find the actual guy with the spirit of Shembe. I'm that actual guy.
Yes.
So now, do we stop having a guy in a dress, and do we stop performing the customs and the rituals? No, they continue. But this time, I decide who wears the dress. So this is why this video is titled, Be My Makoti. So we'll do an exercise. I'm not going to do it by myself. I'm going to consult with these Abafundis and these Abashumayele. And we're going to commission someone to wear the dress. But this time round, as this custom continues, the entire congregation is aware that this is simply, the man in the dress is simply an illustration of the coming God. He is not the coming God. You understand what I'm saying? I, on the other hand, need to be given the opportunity to prove myself by building the house. And anybody that wants to participate in this experiment, great. That's what it's about. It's an experiment. If I'm wrong, well, bottom line is still that this guy predicted somebody's going to come and rebuild the house. That is the message of the customs and the spoken traditions.
So I don't know if you want to go into detail of how you're going to build this house. Okay, yes, under the movement in the community. What are you building?
The Zulu social experiment. And if you look at the community that we're building, if you look at Community Policy 1, that covers it. So every single regulation, right, there's going to be basically 10 policies that make up this house. Right now we're on 2 policies, right? But by the time we've built this house, this is what it will be. Everybody will be able to see it. So this is an opportunity for this particular faction, members of this faction, to educate the other factions. I say, like, there is no beef between us, guys. And really, there is no beef. We're fighting over something that we all didn't really understand. Now that we get it, let's come together and actually fulfill the purpose of our faith. Right. So I couldn't blow my cover earlier, bro. I could have, many times I wanted to blow my cover. Listen here, motherfuckers. But I had to learn myself to make sure, because I'm a thorough motherfucker, right? Make sure that beyond reasonable doubt, I get the message. So this is what we're going to do with Abafundisi, with the Mshuma.
So you're going to take them through this
this process of restoring the customs and spoken traditions. And how we're going to do that, we'll say custom number 1, right? what does it mean? Custom spoken tradition equals this is the message. You get what I'm saying? This is the message. So we verify anything that is done now because of these greedy motherfuckers who wanna change the customs like to suit them.
Greedy motherfuckers.
No, it's greedy motherfuckers, man. Guys who just they're opportunists to just inherit the congregation for their own gain. They change the customs and spoken traditions. We'll be able to pick that up, and
yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? We'll be able to pick that up and throw that out if we can tell with 1 + 1, right? It's not 2, guys, it's not 2, this one. You know what I'm saying? Out. You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes 1 + 1, what was 1 + 1 is no longer equaling 2 because of the context has changed. So we need to make sure that it's always 1 + 1 = 2. But yeah, that's my message to the guys. There's a guy I met, but we'll talk in person. I think he will get this.
All right. That is a very packed conversation.
Packed.
However, so how basically you bring them together, you're breaking down the factions and building one church again.
Yeah. There's actually a song, I must have edited it. So basically, I'm gonna do my final analogy. Let's look at all the factions, right? You have faction number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How are we doing for time?
17 minutes in.
All right, so that's fine. We're gonna close it on 20.
All right.
So to create cement, that's what they say. The hope of every Nazareth, Nazareth, may they be one, like Ubumba liga cement, like cement. So to make cement, you need stones, right? Aggregate, right? You need sand, right? You need, what else do you need? You need cement itself from the packet. You need water, right? What else do you need? You need air, right? So each of the factions represents one of these ingredients. And if we mix them all together, it becomes like cement. Why does it become like cement? Because each faction is basically upholding a specific principle, right? Like the Pagameni faction is upholding the principle that Inkosi Yasek Pagameni, that is our king. The second faction, the Matuleli faction, is saying that, hey, the guy is still coming. They're upholding that principle that, no, we're waiting for the guy who's still coming. The ancestors must reveal who this guy is. The third faction, Kanyawalanga faction, said, hey, this congregation is my inheritance. Somebody's inheritance. Do you get what I'm saying? Going along.
I think you've explained it
in the previous video. Yeah. The Nyazi Zulu, the Pleni faction, very important. It emphasizes the fact that our king is actually our God. Right. The next one. Right. Hey man, the Pakama. Hey, we're not Jews though. So then we're gonna be like, we're not Jews.
That's the Jewish faction.
That's the Jews. We don't, and then the other guy is like emphasizing that our God is Jehovah. Yes, bro, but not like that. I'm not sure. Okay. And then this congregation is like, dude, if we're gonna have a leader now, the guy in the dress is no longer the leader of the congregation.
Yeah.
Right. He's simply an illustration or a placeholder. So we combine all these things, we have one congregation and one people. And this is what the power is about. If you looked at the first video, the power is about the ability to build this house.
Okay. So I'm going to cut you off there because I think we need this to be sort of proven for those of us.
Yeah, no, we need to go to the exercise, yes.
Or Thomas. So let's give everyone else a chance to see this come to life.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.